The new film, Soul on Fire, inspired by the powerful true story behind best-selling author John O'Reilly's memoir, On Fire, is in theaters now. I am thrilled to be joined by the star of the movie, Joel Courtney, who plays John, and the inspiration behind this project, best-selling author and motivational speaker, the amazing John O'Leary. Great to see you both.
Good to see you.
Great to see you this morning.
All right, I want to start with you, Sir John, because amazing story, is very well known, the things that you've overcome. What emotions did you feel when you saw your life being played out on the big screen?
You know, I think the most common words I think about are surreal and humble. I cannot believe it's happened. I cannot believe I survived the fire as a child. I cannot believe how much grace showed up. I can't believe Jack Buck, many of your followers know that name, St. Louis Cardinals radio announcer, took an interest in this dying child and loved him forward. I can't believe a girl that I met in college who's as beautiful as Beth is saw beauty in the brokenness of my life. And I can't believe now we get to share this story. It's an important story in our nation right now about unity, about faithfulness, about hope into a marketplace longing for it. So it is surreal that they filmed it here in Missouri. And I'm humbled that now we get to proclaim this not only around our state, but beyond.
Well, we're so thankful you did. We love, we're here in Missouri. We love it. We're glad that you do as well. Joel, what was it like taking on this role? What led you to want to portray John? And did you get to spend any time together getting to know him before you started shooting the movie?
Absolutely, yes. I got to spend some time with John before. We did a few Zooms, we did phone calls, and I got to know him very well. And then on top of that, I also listened to his book, which I recommend everyone does. It's almost like, when I was listening to it, it's almost like John sharing his life personally to me as an audience of one. And it really just helped me understand his mindset at different times in his life, the hardships that he was going through and how he was overcoming them, who was helping him overcome those hardships, people loving him, your mother giving you tough love when necessary, things like that. And this film is so incredibly moving. It's powerful, it's motivating, and joy-filled. And I think that it's an important time in our lives and in the world right now. It's aptly timed. So I'm excited for people to have seen it and see it.
So, John, tell me about how it compares to the memoir and how closely it follows and where the movie kind of starts and ends up and follows in your journey.
Maybe the best way to answer that is to tell you where they shot it. The scenes when I'm burned are filmed in my mom and dad's house outside of St. Louis, Missouri. The scenes where I meet my wife, Beth, are filmed at St. Louis University. The scene when I'm having a wonderful pity party and my dad gives me a pep talk that changed my life took place where it happened at Keener Plaza in the shadows of the Arch. John O'Leary Day at the ballpark with Jack Buck are shot at Busch Stadium. The scene when John eventually marries his college sweetheart is shot at the Shrine of St. Joseph, downtown St. Louis. And so you're asking how close it is to the memoir. It's real. It is just factually what happened, and not only what happened, where it happened, to such a degree, in fact, that when Joel Courtney, seated to my side right now, marries the actress opposite him, Macy McLean, she's wearing my wife's actual wedding dress. So this wasn't just kind of what happened, as Hollywood would bring it to you. This is a Missouri story, man. So show me. And we showed it in a way that brings a miraculous story to life in an unforgettable manner.
Wow. Okay. So Joel playing John, he's sitting right next to you. That has to carry somewhat of a heavy weight because he's there. You're telling a real life story. You're having these real life props and real life houses and scenes where it was shot. Did you feel a responsibility to really capture him? And what do you hope audiences take away from it?
Absolutely, yeah. There's a weight and a little burden to playing a true story, playing a real person, showing and experiencing the circumstances that he actually lived through and the things that he's overcome. And what I want people to take away is the fact that there's hope in whatever you're going through. It's survivable, and you can overcome it.
It's amazing. John, a lot of people, feel overwhelmed. They feel down, they feel burdened. There's things going on in their lives. What would you say to somebody who's struggling right now, who doesn't feel they can overcome, and maybe advice from you who's overcome so much and has grown through prayer and through God and through faith? What advice do you give them right now to get through those struggles?
Well, the first thing is I would say, me too. And then I would just sit down with them and do life together for a while. But ultimately, I would encourage them to pick up their mat and walk forward, to recognize that God is still God, that foundation is firm, and our best is yet to come, and to check out the film Soul on Fire. It will reignite hope in their lives. I promise you, check it out.
Thank you both so much. It's a pleasure to meet both of you. I'm so excited for everybody here in Missouri and the whole country, the world, to see this movie, Soul on Fire, in theaters right now. Thank you both. Have a great day.
Thank you, you
grateful.
too.